Hey folks, how you doing out there tonight? So, if you're like me, sometimes you read all these different manuals, you read all these different sources, and in the end, it just doesn't sink into your head. So, I want to show you tonight a way to learn about YouTube Analytics. Now, actually, you can use this for so many different things, but stick around. I'm going to show you specifically how to use NotebookLM, which is Google's little cool tool that's free. It certainly seems to be anyway. And you can use it to help you improve your YouTube, your understanding of blogs and other resources, videos and stuff to help you master something you haven't mastered yet. I don't want to wait. I'm just going to go straight into it. So I want to share my screen. All right. So 10,000 screens. I probably should close some things, right? Ta-da. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is NotebookLM. In case you're wondering, it's notebooklm.google.com. Up here at the top, it'd be cool if I had some way to like zoom in and say, there it is. And we're going to create a brand new notebook. So there's a big button right here that says, hey, create a notebook. And we'll go up here and we'll title it Understanding YouTube Analytics. Now, you can use this to learn so many things, but I'm going to show you tonight, we're going to focus on YouTube. So there we go, we've named it Understanding YouTube Analytics, and then we're going to add sources to it. So you have so many different types of sources you can add. You can add from web sources, you can add from your Google Drive. These are all amazing ways to add content to a notebook that you're creating. And then I want to show you the really cool feature. Stick around, the coolest feature on NotebookLM. Stick around. I want to show you that. So please hang out because you're going to like this. All right. So I kind of cheated and I went ahead and got my links ready for now. Ta-da. Okay. So by the way, there's NotebookLM. We know that, but here. All right. Ta-da. So copy. All right. Okay. So we're going to go here. Bloop. And go. And then it's going to take that website and add it as a source. So here it is, adding it as a source. Cool. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to add my others. So here's one. Copy. All right. Paste. Okay. So I'm adding all these different sources. So like, for example, that one's like Renee Ritchie. He knows a few things about YouTube, so I'll go with that. That's fine. And then here's this one, YouTube strategy breakdown, okay? And so I'm just taking these sources and I'm pasting them in. Hey, there's one. And so now I have 3 sources. You can have, I think you can have like 200 sources. I have done 80 something on something before because I was really deep diving on something. I really wanted to learn it. I wanted to just get so deep into it and understand. So yeah, there we go. And, you know, here's some other stuff I might want to add, you know, go find different things I want to add to it. So I'll go and I'll dig in. Like, what do these sources say are the biggest myths? So let's go here. So then you can go here to search, paste in questions. And I preempted my questions. So it's going to go and do a search through it. And it's going to take those sources and it's going to search against those sources. Now, this comes in handy if you have like a bunch of PDFs that are reference stuff, so you want to learn different things. It is just totally amazing what you can do with it. And then when you're done, you can say, hey, I want to save this to a note. And then I want to add the note as a source, so convert to source. So then I'll take what the query came back with, and then, you know, like what are the best strategies for community posts, that type of thing. What are the best strategies for community posts? Okay, fine. Give me that information. And then when it gets done, I will convert that to a note, and then I'll add that note as a source. Okay. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to say save the note. And there's another one. And I'm going to say convert to source. Now, I could say create all my notes. Okay, here we go. What metrics in YouTube Analytics best track audience satisfaction? So I am putting in all these queries and I'm getting back results, and it's using, you know, Gemini to pull this stuff back. And then when it gets done, I'll say save to note, And when it gets to creating the note, I'll go over here and I'll say, convert to source. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sources that I have created either through links to blog posts from Renee Ritchie and others, or YouTube videos. You can post any kind of source into here, and it will take the transcripts from that, and it will go and say, okay, here's what I need to know about that. And so now, here's what I want to show you, the cool thing. Well, you know what? Let's say hi to everybody first, and then I will show you the cool trick that you can use that is very amazing. Let's do shout out. Ta-da! All right, let's go see what a lot of people. Hey. Sorry I can't make it live tonight, but I'll definitely be in replay crew. Hey, all right, thanks. I'm doing fabulous. I am doing great. I'm a little jet lagged, but I'm getting better. Hey, Troublemaker. Yes, thank you, sir. I like free tools. I can afford free. Yes, free is for me, as they say, unless it's free puppies or free cats, because they cost too much. It's amazing. NotebookLM. Yes, NotebookLM. Let me literally put the link in chat for all you guys. Don't go too far away, but yeah, I want you to know about NotebookLM. There is a link to this in the chat, but I'm going to go here and click. I'm going to go ahead and paste it in the chat for you guys because this is the bomb. All right, so I put it in the chat. Hey, all right. Hello, story video. Hello, Roy and friends. Hey, David, Ryan. Fish stick. How you doing, Philip? Philip, we should go out to lunch sometime, sir. I haven't seen you in a while. Hello, David and Philip. Yeah, hello, everybody. All right, so I want to go and I want to show you this trick that is part of NotebookLM. So let's go share the app. All right, here we go. Back to NotebookLM. Right here, generate an AI podcast based on your sources. So here's my point, and I'm going to go ahead and click that so it'll go ahead and get started because it takes a few minutes. But here's the point I want to make about this. Here's the point I want to make. Since my mouse says, hey, I'll play. Ha, ha, ha. All right, so go back to vanilla. Extra vanilla. There we go. Here's the point I want to make. So sometimes we are different types of learning styles. Now, I know there's some people that says these are all myths, but we'll talk about it. Some people are visual learners, some are hands-on learners, and some are able to take book knowledge. And I'll give you an example. I work in some very complex things, but sometimes to make sure I understand that complex thing, I will go and get the dummies book, and I will start there to make sure that I understand the basics. I want to understand the basics. And so sometimes the best way is to find some way to present that information to yourself in a different way so that you can, learn from it. So I want you to look at this. This is a great study tool. Let's say, for example, you're studying for an exam. If you took all your notes, put them in PDFs, put them in Google Docs, and you added them as sources, then it would take those sources and put them all together for you, and it can do a lot of amazing things. So let me show you some of the things it can do. Going back to my screen and share the app. All right. So let me get my head out of the way. So I want you to see all this stuff. Let's see, I got this thing locked. So it's not going to let me move things. Okay, move me out of the way. And I want to focus over here on the left side. So I'm going to jack up the video size. There we go. Cool. All right, so here we go. We look at it. Let's look over here. You got audio. So it will generate an AI podcast based on your sources. It will create a slide deck. It will create a slide deck for you if you want. It will make a video. It will make an explainer video. This is really cool too. I've done this before. I'll go ahead and click that. Yeah, I'll say I want an explainer video. Let's do whiteboard. There we go. All right. Explainer with your sources generate. So that's cool. I can do a mind map. Okay, cool. It's going to generate a mind map. I can do flashcards for my information. Now, granted, this maybe doesn't lend itself to flashcards. I can create infographics of this. I can create a quiz out of this. So we're going to see what comes back. All right. But the one I'm most excited about is the audio. And I'll show you why. So, generating flashcards. I'm waiting on the audio, and I'm going to play it for you live so you can hear what it does. But the cool thing about this is that it's amazing the way it presents the data in such a way that it's very useful to you. So let me just show you the cool things it did. Now here's Blueprint. So here it created a mind map. So it's like mastering YouTube growth, modern algorithm. So I click here and it takes me through the different pieces. And granted, I should go back to sharing so you can see what I'm talking about. What's he talking about, dude? All right, here we go. So here I clicked on, the mind map, and here is the mind map. And I can go and click, and it'll take me to the different sources here in the middle. Let's move my fat head out of the way. Here, when I click on each one of these, I'll go here, click Mastering YouTube Growth. And then I can go through and click on all these things. Let's go here. So there is the mind map. Very cool stuff. And I can go through and say, give me YouTube Analytics insights. And they'll say, discuss what these sources say about YouTube Analytics. And then it goes off and generates more information about it for me. So, including pointing to where the sources are. So if I click here, it says, okay, hey, forget about, And so why did I say this was about YouTube Analytics? Because I specifically went out and I searched for links that talk about YouTube Analytics from YouTube, who is probably the best source for telling you how their analytics work for those people that are trying to figure out, what's the algorithm work like? So you can go in here and look at audience engagement tools. It talks about community posts, live streaming strategies, debunking myths, the first 24 hours decide fate, algorithms suppress the small channels, posting frequently guarantees views, tags and keywords drive visibility, and long videos perform better. These are all myths, it says. So, yeah. Now, let's go see if, here's my flashcards. So, YouTube's current algorithm has shifted toward what specific discovery approach? Click on the answer. A satisfaction-weighted discovery. Next. In addition to how long viewer watches, the satisfaction-weighted algorithm prioritizes how much they actually enjoy the content. Ooh, that's kind of scary. How does it know that? What analytical tool shows exactly when viewers stop watching a video? See, answer, the retention curve. What does a YouTube algorithm interpret a video with a high click-through rate but a low average view duration? As clickbait. Makes me sad. What metric is considered a strong signal that a channel is performing well by satisfying its audience over time? Growing number of returning viewers. So see, look at all those. According to sources, modern channel growth is largely driven by blank rather than search. Recommendations. So, yeah. What direct methods does YouTube use to collect satisfaction data from viewers after they watch a video? Post-video surveys. How interesting. So, all that is from the sources that I gave it, and it created flashcards for it. Okay? Let's see. We did the quiz. Here is data points. Let's see what this looks like. So here is, mastering the YouTube satisfaction weighted algorithm, new rules of audience satisfaction, priority on returning viewers, the power of recommendations, analyze retention curve, satisfaction signals, direct versus indirect, 3 viral growth myths busted, 24-hour death after 24 hours myth, videos can sleep for 6 months before being reevaluated for new trending audiences, quality over channel size, millions of subscribers, quality content. Small channels receive test reach, high retention content can easily outperform million subscriber accounts. There. So this is fantastic information, and it's presented in all these different ways that might be very useful to you depending on what your learning style is. Okay? So let's see, did my video finish yet? My video is still chewing. The explainer video is very interesting. So now, yes, I'm using this tonight for learning about the YouTube algorithm and about analytics, but you could use this for anything. You absolutely could. And I have used it for many things. Let me go show you some of the notebooks I've done while it's off thinking. I have, I'm working on a series called the Uncomplicated Content Creator. And so I've been going through here and I actually created the audio because I thought that was so cool. So here it is, 46 sources. And let's see here. Is it playing? Ta-da. Where is my audio? Where is my mind? Go to interactive mode. Sure. All right. Let's see if it plays.
Welcome back to another deep dive. Today, we are tackling something that I think almost everyone listening has wrestled with at some point.
Oh, definitely. It's the classic struggle of, getting your ideas out there without completely burning yourself out.
Right. Whether you are building a personal brand, scaling a side hustle, or just trying to share your expertise, we are talking about mastering content creation, but doing it in a way that actually leaves you with free time.
Which sounds impossible to most people. I mean, especially when you look at our stack of sources for today. It is incredibly diverse.
Yeah, it really is. We are pulling insights from top creators like Jade Beeson and Katie Steckley, dissecting an actual teleprompter script for a mini documentary.
And we were even looking at app store descriptions, guides.
So there, it has taken all this data and it has turned into an audio podcast so that I can go and listen to it in my car and get this information to sink into my head deeper if I'm really trying to learn. So that's what is so amazing to me about this. Let's go back. Here's my Understanding YouTube Analytics. Still waiting on my audio overview, but let me show you other notebooks I've done. So the Efficient Creator, low stress YouTube workflow, and I made an audio for that. And then also I created my 10-minute MBA. I needed to really have my mind focused on a business strategy for something, and so I did that. YouTube, This Is Life 2025, and so I kind of went through like a long montage and said, hey, it's all this stuff. I do all this research, I collect all this stuff, Final Cut Pro techniques, Roy's 5-year life and career vision, deep work alignment for tech troublemakers, and then it's just an untitled notebook. But anyway, so you can do this with NotebookLM, and it's fantastic because it helps when you are studying for something or when you're trying to figure something out in a different way, And so, yeah. Now, they also have featured notebooks. So notebooks by others that you can go out. Here's somebody's parenting advice for the digital age, which you'd see better if I share my screen. Anyway, when I click here, there's featured notebooks. And so it shows you, here's the bracket guide to men's college basketball from YouTube Sports, the world and data, trends and happiness, health, wealth, and happiness, archive 1945. Can chatbots serve doctors and patients? Bracket guide to women's, different things. So these are notebooks that other people have put out there and have shared. Here is the introduction to NotebookLM. Let's see, Jane Austen's Complete Works. I guess that'd be interesting, especially since Pride and Prejudice is out. So, yeah, this is things that you can do with NotebookLM. And so that's why I'm saying, hey, this is good stuff, All right, so now my YouTube audio is finished.
Welcome to this deep dive. If you're listening to this, I know exactly why you're here.
You're the learner.
Exactly. You are the learner. You already know the basics of audience retention. You've probably been staring at digital analytics dashboards for years, trying to decipher what makes content actually resonate.
Right. You don't need another generic tutorial on how to set up a channel.
No, definitely not. Today, we're stripping away all that legacy advice and looking at the highly punitive, invisible forces that dictate digital discovery right now. We're going to give you maximum aha moments without, drowning you in information overload.
That is the goal. We're looking at a stack of sources today that truly demystify the current landscape.
So that's the point. How can I take data, information that I've already had, and how can I change it into different formats so that it can hit my mind in a different way? And so NotebookLM.google.com is a way. You go in and you can add the sources and then say, hey, make this data into a slide deck or a mind map or to create reports or flashcards or an infograph. Did I do the infograph? I think I might have. Let's go see if I did one. Let's go look and see if I did an infograph. Let's see. Is this my infograph? Oh, that was the infograph. Okay, yep, already did that. All right, so right now it's doing a video. Now this video is going to be an explainer video, and I have done some of these as well. So let's go and look at a notebook I've already done. I think this one I have an infograph. Struggle, strategy, passion. There you go. This is my video. Yep. And play.
So what do you do when the content you absolutely love to make just isn't what your audience wants to watch? Today, we're diving deep into a case study about a creator who was stuck right there, in that classic battle between passion and performance. It all kicks off with this number right here, 931. Now, what do you think that is? It's not views, it's not subscribers, nope. It's a measure of pure, unfiltered effort. That's right, 931 videos. Just take a second and think about the sheer amount of work.
So there is the video that it did with the information that I gave it. And so just like that, it's making a video right now. It's generating the video version of this, which is going to be an explainer video that goes through and takes that data and explains it to me in a new way. And maybe, just maybe, one of these 10,000 things will click with me, right? That's the hope. All right, let's see what else we got over here. These details are super helpful. That's awesome. I did not know about this before. That's awesome. That's what my goal is. I'm like, let me show you something new that you haven't thought about. NotebookLM is the bomb. And I use it for YouTube, but you don't have to. But if you are looking for a way to take important data that you find on the internet and create it into something that is more digestible for you, then I highly recommend that you try out NotebookLM. And so it's great stuff. It really is. And I use this for stuff all the time now. And I love to go listen to the audio podcast in my car while I'm driving, so I can think about things. So yeah. Now let's go back. It has created my video. So let's go see what my video looks like. My explainer video.
We are pulling from official blog posts.
Wrong one. Here it is. Mastering video. Explainer video. Here's the explainer video. Let's go full screen. All right. Oh, I guess I got to hit that play button.
All right, let's talk about cracking the YouTube code. If you've ever felt like you're in a constant battle with the algorithm, then this one's for you. We're going to demystify the whole system and give you a completely new playbook for growth, one that's based on how YouTube really works today. You know that feeling, right? If you're a creator, it's just so familiar. You pour your heart and soul into a video, you spend weeks on it, you hit publish, and then nothing. Crickets. It really feels like you're trying to please this mysterious, all-powerful machine. But what if I told you it's not about fighting the algorithm at all? It's because the entire game has changed. Those old metrics we all obsessed over, just raw clicks, pure watch time, they're not the whole story anymore. The new focus, the thing that really moves the needle, is genuine viewer satisfaction. It's a total shift from trying to hack the system.
So there you go. You could use NotebookLM to help you study for anything. Or, like me, you can help it study your channel and resources for analytics and resources for all kinds of stuff. And Adam says over here in the chat that, hey, you can now import EPUB documents. Hey, oh, by the way, hey, Frank, how you doing, sir? Glad to see you tonight. Adam, welcome home. Thank you, sir. NotebookLM can now import EPUB docs. So, yeah, there is an app for it. It does have a limitation in that inside the app for your phone, the mobile app is what I'm talking about. The mobile app only does web links. So that got kind of aggravating because I was like, oh, I've got these Google Docs. And then I tried giving it the web link to the Google Doc and I didn't share it as an open link. And so it's like, oh, I just bring up a login page. So it didn't work that way. But, but you can use the mobile app to play your audio in the car for you. So, hit it on the Bluetooth and then listen away. Or if you're walking around the neighborhood or going for a run, you can listen to it then. And so NotebookLM is an incredible tool. And you can use it for whatever you want to use it for. Sure, I'm always thinking about YouTube stuff, but you can use it for anything. I used it for reinforcing what I know about business, and I used it to study for some tests that I had to take, and that's the cool thing about it. You could make tutorials out of it, theoretically, using the explainer videos and posting those. I've done that on my channel. If you'll go look, there are a couple of videos that I did using NotebookLM to do the explainer video, and I post those. It just totally explains it just right. The content I created, but NotebookLM was the magic. And so, yeah, there you go. Yeah. Now, what are you going to do? What's your plan? So let me ask you a question. Here's the question. I'm going to paste this question in NotebookLM and get an answer. But according to YouTube's current discovery system and the creator liaison, Rene Ritchie, what is the actual reason a video's views suddenly flatline or stop getting recommended after a few weeks? Is it A, the algorithm assigns a strict shelf life to videos that make room for newer content? B, the algorithm has simply run out of active viewers who have proven history of being satisfied by that type of video? C, the video's click-through rate dropped below the channel's 28-day average? Or D, the creator took too long to upload their next video, which penalized their channel? What? That sounds horrible. That can't be what's wrong with the world. That can't be it. What is it, man? What is it? So, what is the answer to that question? Well, let's go back to NotebookLM and ask it. So here we go. Share the app. And now I'm going to paste that question right here. Blip. And it's going to tell me the answer. The correct answer is, it says B. The algorithm has simply run out of active viewers with a proven history of being satisfied by a type of content. According to YouTube's creator liaison, Rene Ritchie, when a video goes live and regular viewers engage with it, the initial watch activity informs the algorithm to recommend the video to more people. However, views typically begin to level off or flatline because at a certain point, the pool saturates. It's true. It's true. Yes. So, shout out. Let's see. Psh. I got a big one here. That way it will be used by YouTube to create videos automatically based on your search query. This way, YouTube didn't have to pay creators ad revenue. Thoughts? Well, that's interesting. Yes. That's a good question. I have to think on that one because I hadn't really thought about it that way. I mean, I think YouTube often does things that take revenue away from content creators. And I can understand that. At the end of the day, YouTube is a business, and YouTube's job is to sell ads. And if it doesn't feel like creators are giving it the content it needs to sell ads, I totally see it using its technology to make ways to sell ads. But at the same time, YouTube keeps bringing out tools that make it easier for creators to create content, whether it be AI-based or not. And so it's a catch-22 to say whether that really is what's going on here. So yeah, I do recommend that you give NotebookLM a try, and I will put links to my audio that I got in the description, so you too can play around and listen to it and see what you think about it. So, all right, that's it. That's our show tonight. I hope that was helpful to you. I hope you will take it and use it and find it useful. I know I have. I've really enjoyed using it. I get a kick out of the audio podcast it makes. Now, I will say that the male voice on that podcast sounds very similar to an NPR host, and that NPR host is suing YouTube and suing Google for using his voice. He says that it's just too close and that too many people have said, "Hey, David, what did you do that video for? Did you give Google permission to use your voice?" So that's how AI works these days, guys. All right. If you like this kind of content, I would love for you to hit that like button. But more importantly, if you think somebody you know will find this video useful, hit that share button. I would love for you to share this with somebody else. Post it on your Facebook channel and say, hey man, do you know about NotebookLM? Watch this tutorial this guy does. So, if you learn something new and you think others will benefit, share this video with them. That's my call to action for you for this video. Hey, YouTube's going to tell you a video right here that you should watch next. You should do what YouTube says. You really should, because it already knows what you want to watch. Night. Bye. Bye.